All right, shalom, shalom. First things first, I want to give all honor and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash for this truth, knowledge, and wisdom. And we give double honors to our apostle elders, which are the apostle elders at Great Millstone. We're going to jump right into this lesson. This is breaking news. Iran has launched missiles at a U.S. air base, U.S. base in Iraq, which, like it says, this is we know that these are just rumors of wars. All right, like brother said earlier, something's gonna happen to where they calm down. They're gonna go back and forth, but we're waiting on more prophecies to take place. But like it says, we're closer than we are now than we've ever been. So let's jump right into this news article. And let me see the most recent one. This is 2 hours ago. Let's read this real quick. It says Iran launches more than a dozen missiles into Iraq targets, targeting U.S. coalition forces, Pentagon says. So U.S. has been wanting to poke Iran. Okay, they've been poking them with sanctions and different things because they have an agenda. Okay, all right. If you go back to what is it, Adam Weishaupt, if I'm not mistaken, the Illuminati guy wanted to set up. Hold on, Salakia. Which was a Rothschild agent. He was set up. So these right here is going with their plans because Esau has an agenda that he's trying to push. But at the end of the day, Yahweh Shemi Shah has the main agenda. Okay, so let's read this article and then we're going to get into some scriptures. I just wanted to bring this breaking news out and to show brothers, hey, you know, none to be spooked, man. You know, like it says, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy time, because I've noticed a lot of people fearing right now. Okay, there's a lot of people that's bugging out because of all this information. You got grown people, you got social media, which that's being controlled by Esau too. So they're pushing that narrative out. It says Iran fired more than a dozen ballistic missiles into Iraq, targeting U.S. military and coalition forces early Wednesday. Pentagon officials said in a major retaliation by a rogue regime after the U.S. airstrike that killed Iran Quad Force General Qasem Soleimani last week. The missile launched by the Iran. It says the missiles launched by Iran targeted military bases in Al-Assad and Imbal, the Pentagon added. So these right here are just more the Lord working to get us out of here, man. This is beautiful news. This is not something to be, you know, spooked about. The Lord said these things are going to come to pass. So he told us of these things, man. All right. He told us of these things taking place. So that's how we know we can give glory to our power, man. What power is like unto our power? That's, you know, you don't see Sheba words coming to pass. The Egyptian book of the dead, they words ain't coming to pass. What's coming to pass is the words of Yahweh Shemi Shah by way of the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Shah that's been given unto men. It says initial assessment showed no U.S. casualties. A U.S. military officials in Baghdad told Fox News, adding that shows life and death is in the hands of Yahweh Shemi Shah also, because he was able to control that there was no deaths that happened on the U.S. because they would have went in. All right, because the Lord's knowing that this war can't pop off till the other prophecies take place. So that's why we got to watch, man. Knowledge and wisdom is going to be the stability of our time. We're not supposed to fear these things. We're supposed to keep faith. You know, we've been saying it for how many years? Keep faith, keep faith. It's not more than just a saying. You know, if you don't use it, you lose it. So the Lord is allowing us to use our faith that we've been built up, man. All right. It says President Trump did not immediately respond. And the White House eventually said he would not make an address to the nation or other non-camera statement Tuesday. White House Press Secretary Stephen Gershom said that the attack, we were aware of the reports of the attack on the U.S. facility in Iraq. The president has been briefed and is monitoring the situation closely and consulting with the national security team. It was not an immediate clear how the U.S. may respond. So war is coming, man. War is coming, but we're waiting on this mark of the beast, which things can be happening. You know, when people start fearing, things start taking place, okay? That's what you got to understand. Esau uses fear to push his agenda, okay? Let me see if I can pull up some of these videos. Let me see if I can, because you got people on Facebook going crazy. You know, you got people going crazy out here because they don't have faith. They don't have nothing to ground them. That's why you got to thank Yahweh Shemi Shai that he's giving us this truth, because we're grounded right now, man. Because everybody else out here is freaking out, man. They people sharing on Facebook, oh, this is it, this is the war. You got people in the church going crazy because they have no foundation. That's why it's important to build that foundation, man. All right. Look, here's a video right here. I haven't looked into it, but I just thought I'd find. I knew there was gonna be a compilation, man. All right.
Hello, YouTube. Welcome to Corey X Kenshin Copycat Channel. Number 1. Today we're going to look into World War III memes, because for some reason it's trending on Twitter. If you don't know this, apparently the U.S. sent in an attack. One of their.
Let's just keep going.
World War III. In a relationship, Trump. Well, damn. I've been impeached. Probably gonna lose my presidency. Also, Trump. Might as well go down.
So you can see it's trending. We're not gonna look at all these. I'm not trying to get flagged for it, but you see it's trending. People are talking about it. They don't know what to do. That's why it says knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of our time. So we're not bugging out, because we've been preparing for this for years, man. We've been spiritually prepping, man. That's a new one. We've been spiritually prepping. All right. The world's going to be in fear and horror, but we know the prophecies have to come to pass before certain things take place. But other people don't know that, because why? They would have not studied. They didn't keep faith. They didn't believe in the scripture. You got guys that fall out. Those guys, that's got to be the worst feeling right now. The guys that fall out and turn they back on the plow and went back into the world. Your stomach got to be dropping right now, man. You know, to see this type of prophecy come to pass, and you turned the back on the place that had the truth, man. You know, that's why I said shame on you. That's a shame, man. Let's go ahead and let me pull this up and let me get in the Apocrypha 1 second, Akim. Let me pull this up here. I'm gonna have to use the internet. Let's see if I got my scripts. No, let's use this internet. Second Ezra. This is Second Ezra 3 and 4. Bear with me 1 second. My computer wants to act up now. So this is Second Ezra 3 and verse 4. Check this out. Okay, yeah, got it. It's the Second Ezra 3, and we'll start at verse 2. And it says, For I saw the desolation of Zion and the wealth of them that dwelt at Babylon. Okay, it says, and my spirit was sore moved, so that I began to speak words full of fear of the Most High. Just like we, at this time, you men out there on the four corners of the planet Earth, you're speaking the words Yahweh Shemi Shai full of fear, man. It says, by the fear of the Lord, the fear of the Lord, we persuade men. That's what we out here doing. We're persuading you and telling you the Lord is coming. He's not going to, that's why I say he's not going to meet you as a man and talk to you and have a conversation. He's having a conversation through the men that he set up. It says, and my spirit was sore moved, so that I began to speak words full of fear of the Most High, and said, O Lord, who bearest rule, thou speakest at the beginning, when thou didst plant the earth, and that thyself alone and commandest the people. Because Yahweh Shemi Shai controls everything right now, man. There's nothing that's not happening on this stage of the planet Earth that the Lord has not sanctioned. Just like that salami, the Lord set him up to be taken out, man, so it could move forward the prophecies. It says, and gave us a body unto Adam without soul, which was the workman of thine hand, and didst breathe into him the breath of life, and he was made a living. He was made living before thee, And that's the truth. Just like we've been given the breath of life. The rest of these people are dead in the world, man. They don't know what's going on. They're worrying about this, worrying about that, because the Lord is making them fear. This is for the world, man. It's not for us, because we know the how prophecies must take place. So the Lord's doing this to shake up these people. And it happened in the first week of man, the Lord's getting ready to take us out of this place, man. Verse 18, it says in the bowels, it says in the bowing the heavens, thou didst set fast the earth, movest the whole world, and madest the depths to tremble, and troublest the men of that age. So it says, what? Moveth the whole world, and madest the depths to tremble, and troublest the men of that age. So the Lord, this is like it says, the Most High is not a power that changes. So just like he troubled men back then, same time he's troubling men now, because they want to play ignorant to Yahweh Shem Yahshua's words. That's why we came out there, man. That's why we've been out there, because now they cannot ignore and say, oh, because now they got to give credence. Okay, they got to say, well, these guys have been out there saying this for many years, man, many years, and it's not a coincidence at the same time that we were being brought up in the news about the so-called attacks on the so-called Jews. So now they're going to tie hand in hand with our videos that we've been pushing, man. They're going to say, well, these Negroes that's been on the corner that are being called terrorists, they've been saying these things. These Israelis haven't been talking about World War III with Iran and the U.S. They've been talking about going to war with Iran, but they don't come out the scriptures and tell you that they're going to go to war with Iran by the way of the scriptures. They just want to go to war with Iran for an agenda. All right. This is the book of 2 Ezra 5 and verse 1. It says, nevertheless, as coming, the tokens, behold, the day shall come, that they which dwelt upon the earth shall be taken in great number. And the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. And this is the time that we were before the Lord woke us up. And the Lord gave us the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding by breathing life into us. It says, but iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. And the land that thou seest now I have root, shall thou see wasted suddenly. But if the Most High grant thee to live, thou shalt see after the third trumpet that the sun shall be suddenly shine again in the night, and the moon thrice in the day. And blood shall drop out from wood, and stone shall be given his voice, and the people shall be troubled. So you're seeing it, man. You're seeing the times that we live in. The Lord is troubling this planet Earth, man, and he's troubling these men. Even he shall rule whom they look not for that dwelt upon the earth, and the fowls shall take their flight away together. All right. So you're seeing what's happening right now. The Most High is putting fear in these men and putting fear in these people, because they thought everything was good and, everything is okay. 2020, people were partying. The Most High got this thing started off right, man. This is going to be a beautiful year. It's going to be a hell of a year. 2020 is going to be a hell of a year. The year of prophecy, man. All right. The year of prophecy. This is the word. This is 2 Ezra 6 and verse 24. We're just going through some of these precepts. The Apocrypha came up a lot when I was looking for some precepts. This is 2 Ezra 6 and verse 24. It says, and at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. And the earth, it says, in the springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Whoso remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape. See, as those that he told us by what? The men. That's how you got to give. You got to show that the Most High has been dealing with these men, the men of great millstone, because he gave them his words to give to us, man. And it says, and shall see my salvation in the end of your world. And men, it says, and the men that are received shall see it. And that's the elect. So the ones that are received in this truth shall see what? The prophecies. We're going to see it clearly. We're not just going to be able to witness it if we be a part of that number. We're going to be able to discern the times that we in. It says, who have not tasted death from their birth. What death? The first death was the flood. The second death is going to be by fire, man, which is this ICBM nuclear holocaust / angels, man. It says, and the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed and turned into another meaning. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. So all this that's taking place right now on the planet Earth is for the Lord to quench evil. That's why it says men shall not learn war anymore. So we got to have as much war and turmoil because the world's going to be done with it. There's not going to be any more world war. That's why it says they're going to beat their spears into pruning hooks. All right, we're going to burn these weapons. That's why the Lord's got to get them in now. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome. And the truth, which has been so long without fruit, shall be declared. And the truth includes prophecy, man. The prophecies are being declared right in front of people's face for many years. Now it's coming to pass, man. The book of Habakkuk, it says what? Though it tarry, wait for it. It shall surely come. It says, and when he taught, that's it on that. That's it on that. Let's jump to Psalms real quick, and we're gonna get up out of here, man. There's actually this is this sweetheart. There's more troops on the border. There's actually confirmations of people being sent over there, even in our area, man. So there's people being sent over to the Middle East right now that are being called to arms, man. All right. So like it says, but this war, something's gonna happen where it's gonna calm down because we're waiting on the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, which is gonna be implemented on a mandatory level. Then the war is gonna crack off. No, it's there's more troops being called from different places, like the reserves, not the reserves, but the people on leave and different things like that are being called over to the Middle East. That I can say for sure. This is Psalms. Yeah, I mean, UK, I haven't heard much about UK, people coming in from the UK, but like it says, if you want to check in your local area news, I'm sure they're going to be sending some more help over there, man. I know they send bombers over there also too, but like it says, man, you gotta just watch out, man. And if you in the army, or don't go in there, man. All right. This is the book of, let me get back into these precepts. This is Psalms 90 and verse 12. I started 11. You mean Jeremiah 16 and 16? I'll take a look at it right after this precept. This is Psalms 90 and 12. And it says, so teach us to number our days, that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom. You gotta be circumspect what's going on in the planet, in the earth around you. It says, so teach us to number our days, that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom. Yeah, shalom, Mak, shalom. Return, O Lord, how long, and let it repent thee concerning thy servants. Satisfy us early with thy mercy, that we may rejoice and be glad all our days. So the Lord is going to show mercy unto his elect, man. Okay, and that's why we need not fear. Don't be scared out here. This is a beautiful time, man. This is the most exciting time to be alive right now. Is to watch the words of the Lord come to pass, man. To watch everything that's taking place is showing that the Lord is real, man. So if the Most High's words is real, he's real. That means the promise of us being in heaven, receiving spiritual power, our enemies being put under our footstool, on our feet. That's going to happen, man. This is Jeremiah 16 and 16. It says, behold, I send for many fishers, and saith the Lord, they shall fish them, and after will I send for many hunters. So you're going to have what? Israelites that are turned, because now, what did Yahushua tell his disciples? He says, I shall make you fishers of men. So those same fishers are going to turn into hunters. They're going to be ones with spiritual power. So let's look into that word hunter and look into the definition of it. The word hunter is tazayad. All right. The word there is tazayad, which means hunter, right? It just means hunter, but let's go into the root word of it. The root word of tazayad is tazayad. It's hunting, games hunted, previous food. They're going to be hunting the people on the earth, man. That's who they're going to be hunting. We're going to be hunting the ones that are against Yah Bashim Yahushai. Are they hunting elect or enemies? They're going to be hunting the enemies, man. Because right now, what are they doing? We're out here fishing the elect. That's what we're doing. We're fishing the elect, and then we're going to hunt the what you call what is it called? The rebels. That's why it says you're going to purge out the rebels. So the Lord set up hunters, right? Look at the same verse. It says, "Behold, I will send for many fishers." Those fishers are what? The men out there pushing the 144,000, right? Those are the fishers. Those are the teachers, the prophets, the there's different offices that go with the elect, but mainly prophets, because the spirit of the Lord is the spirit of prophecy. Oh, no worries, Ak. Hold on. It says, "Saith the Lord, and they shall fish them." And that's fishing means go out to the highways and the byways. "After will I send for many hunters." That's 144,000, and also the angels. "And they shall hunt them from every mountain," because this is going to be the time where people are going to be hiding. They're going to be hiding in dens. That's why it says, "Though they dig into earth, thence shall my hand take them." That's going to be by our hands. That's why it says we are his weapons of war and his battle axe. So the nation of Israel was his how you say, his tools. Just like the angels work, the same thing because it makes sense that they put us into slavery, killed us, raped, robbed, and murdered. It makes sense that we get to impact that justice, man. All right. And it says, "And from every hill and from out of the holes of the rocks." Those are bunkers right here. This is what you call bunkers. All right, because they're going to be hid down in these bunkers during what? What's going to force people to go on the bunkers? The Third World War and the angels. Once these nuclear weapons start going, they're going to be in bunkers. The ones that have enough money and resources, they're going to be the ones that hide in the bunkers. Okay. Lord willing, that was edifying. Lord willing, I answered the question, to the best of my abilities through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. Hey, Khan, it says what? "None of the wicked shall understand." The brother just asked, why are these heathens not fearing? Because I'll close on that. Let's get that real quick, because this answers your question. Exactly. Yep. Men shall be what? They shall be eating, drinking. This is the book of Daniel. Khan. This is Daniel's 12 and 10. So this is why nobody that's not meant to get it is going to understand. That's why they're going to be freaking out. You're going to have people just going, crazy, man, because they're not grounded in this truth. That's why this is the time for those that are on the wall, those that are playing, those that are not convinced. You have to start figuring it out, man, because the door is closing for the truth. Just like in Noah's time, the Lord shut the door and Noah couldn't open it, man. That's why it says when the Lord shutteth the door, no man can open it. So the door is open right now. You still have opportunity. You still have a chance to get yourself right, man. This is Daniel's 12 and 10. It says, "Many shall be purified." That's the ones, that's the elect. That purification goes into what? The washing of the word. The word washes you and purifies you. It says, "Many shall be purified and made white and tried." That's what? Where the hell we catch. Being called terrorist and being called this and that, rapist, and all these slander names. That's why it says, "Blessed is thee when men shall revile you for my name's sake." It says, "But the wicked," those that don't get it, the wicked, the other nations, 2/3 of Israel. Hey, look, the brother just posted it. 2/3. Exactly. That's why it says, "If the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the wicked come in?" It says, "But the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand." See, the wise, which is the elect and the chosen, shall understand. So we're going to know what's going on, man. Oh, man, brothers putting bangers. Hold on. This is from GMS Lines. "Well, therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasure, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thy heart, I am and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know mourning." That because Esau thinking that he's not going to know. Esau's thinking that nothing's going to happen to him, man. He thinks that he's just going to keep moving in wickedness and rape, rob, and murder the earth. And right now, the amount of people watching and the likes is 144. That's beautiful, man. So with that, Akim, I'm not gonna, stretch it too much longer. I just wanted to get his breaking news and Thawada to you, Akim, that came by. And definitely the ones that help, in the lesson and ask questions. Those That's what we're here for. We're not like these pastors, man. We're here to give you this thing because you got to get right, man. The Lord's on his way, and it's not some joking matter. You're not gonna be perfect. You got to strive for perfection. That's what you got to know, man. This is not a time to fear if you're right with the Lord. This is the time to be happy, man. This is the time to celebrate and to thank Yahweh Shem Yahshua for giving you the truth, giving you who you are, and waking you up before the destruction, man. Because now it's time for those that have lived in pleasure to taste hardship, and those that have lived hard to taste pleasure, man. The Lord is switching the roles, and he's getting ready to glorify his name, man. And he's getting ready to glorify his men and those that have what? Trust and believed on him. All right. So with that, I'm going to give all praise and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakar Kwadash, Ka Halayim Yah Ba'ashem Yahushai for this truth, knowledge, and wisdom. And I want to give double honors to the apostles that have taught us and done diligent work, and that have not wavered, man, and have kept the line and held the line, because what? Hey, this is true. All right, the Lord told us of these things. Shalom Akim, keep faith.